What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Today's review is going to be for the next installment in the Terminator franchise, and that is Terminator Dark Fate. Directed by Tim Miller, the man who brought us the first Deadpool movie, and it stars Mackenzie Davis, Natalia Reyes, Gabriel Luna, Linda Hamilton, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Terminator Dark Fate is the sixth installment in this franchise and takes place in the T2 timeline. A new human advanced soldier named Grace, played by Mackenzie Davis, is sent from the future to protect this girl named Danny, played by Natalia Reyes, from this new evil Rev 9 Terminator, played by Gabriel Luna. This Terminator can shapeshift and it can separate itself from a human body and a Terminator body. And along the way, they get help from Sarah Connor. Returning is Linda Hamilton and the T-800 Arnold Schwarzenegger. So going into Terminator Dark Fate, I had my expectations very low for this movie. I've seen all the trailers for it and really was not impressed for it. And then Tim Miller was signed on to direct this movie. He didn't do Deadpool 2. And James Cameron was returning as producer, so maybe there could be some slight hope. There has not been a good Terminator movie since Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which came out in 1991. I mean, the first two Terminator movies are classics. They're some of my favorite films of all time. Hearing all the early buzz about Dark Fate saying, hey, it's the best one since the second film, I didn't have much hope for that because it seemed pretty easy to say. And after watching Terminator Dark Fate, it was better than I expected it to be, that's for sure. But is it a flawless masterpiece? It's definitely not. There are issues with this movie, but I had a really great time watching it. It's Terminator The Dark Force Awakens for the series. It reinvigorates the franchise and brings it back on great wheels. I love the cast for this movie. I love the mix of the returnee cast and the new cast involved. Mackenzie Davis is a really great up-and-coming actress. She was in Blade Runner 2049, Tully, and now in here she is playing the main character. She doesn't seem like the most physically fit. She's really super skinny, but her character knows how to throw down and knows how to protect Danny in this film. And Danny, played by Natalia Reyes, was also great as well. I was really surprised by Natalia Reyes' performance. Most of her dialogue wasn't in the trailers, and she has a lot of great moments in this movie for sure, and she definitely knows how to stand up for herself. But really, let's talk about Linda Hamilton returning. She hasn't been in the franchise since Terminator 2, and the movie was telling it from her perspective as well, introducing her. It didn't take Arnold or John Connor to make this franchise work. It took Sarah Connor as Linda Hamilton. Linda Hamilton is the heart and soul of the series, and she's great. She's been through a lot. She's helping this little girl because she was in the same spot as well as her back in 1984 with the first Terminator being hunted down by Arnie. And Arnold Schwarzenegger returning as the T-800, it definitely sounded pointless to bring Arnold back since his Terminator has been killed off in some other installments. But in here, in this returning timeline, Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he does show up, I was really surprised with his character and what they did with him. I really like the main villain as well. The Rev 9, played by Gabriel Luna, he did a great job. I thought his villain was cool to watch. His abilities felt very similar to Robert Patrick's T-1000 in Terminator 2. But I thought he was a really cool villain with his abilities, and he was an intimidating presence for sure. The score in this movie is badass. It's one of my favorite scores of the year from Tom Holkenborg, who did the score for Deadpool with Tim Miller. His score brought back that classic Terminator theme, as well as added some great techno music and some gritty rawness to it. The cinematography, the action sequences added to the adrenaline-fueled moments. The action in this movie is very gritty. Tim Miller knows how to direct action sequences after doing Deadpool. There's a great car chase in the first 10 minutes, which definitely felt like Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. The script is definitely the biggest issue for this movie. The overall story to this movie is very recycled and jumbled. We've seen it in the first Terminator, the second one, and in Terminator Genesis. They did add a lot of new elements to this movie, which I did appreciate, but the overall story, maybe you could have put a twist on it overall on that type of plot line that we've seen in other Terminator movies. It just felt very recycled and played safe. I felt like the script also had a lot of one-liners that didn't work, and humor and storylines that weren't meshed perfectly. Another issue that I have is with Mackenzie Davis's character, Grace. They really do some flashbacks with her character, and I felt like her story wasn't that satisfying compared to the other characters in the film. Some of the CGI in the trailers, it looked absolutely awful. It definitely looked better in the film, but some CGI action sequences definitely looked and not good. I didn't hate Terminator Dark Fate. I'm happy to say that I enjoyed a Terminator movie that isn't Terminator 1 or Terminator 2. So yeah, this is definitely a resurgence for the franchise. It's not a masterpiece or anything like that, but it is a blast. I enjoyed watching this movie. Tim Miller, I definitely don't want to see another one. I felt this was a fine conclusion. So yeah, go see it. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Terminator Dark Fate a 4 out of 5 stars. Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, guys, that was my spoiler-free thoughts on Terminator Dark Fate. What did you guys think of Terminator Dark Fate? Did you love it like me? Did you think it was okay? Or did you absolutely hate it? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. Look forward to my ranking for all the Terminator movies coming out this weekend, guys. It's going to be a very hard list to rank, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.